Hello everyone, welcome to your full moon in Libra reading for all 12 signs. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start with Aries because the Sun is in Aries and also Venus in Chiron. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started, okay? So right now, Aries, your overall message is mute. So what I'm getting from you, this is what I'm like. It kind of took me a second, okay? And I use all different decks, and I pull the cards beforehand so I can meditate on them. And let me just tell you that I feel like you have something really heavy that's been weighing on you. It's a situation that just locked you, you know? It kept you stuck, like it clipped your wings. It just, look, this is how you felt. You felt like you were bonded to this person. You felt like you couldn't get away. You felt like you were in a lot of brain fog about this person. You could have had a lot of delusions about them. And I mean, additionally, like they could have gaslighted you. I do want to say that. But it seems like there's a lot of cracks in the foundation here. Like it wasn't a stable situation. It was not beneficial for your overall well-being. Okay. So I do feel like you didn't know how to set healthy boundaries with this person. How to put you first, which is pretty odd for an Aries, because Aries is of the self, okay? And so there was something about this person that like really derailed you in your typical natural way of being in life, because Aries are usually very direct people. And I just feel like there was a lot of confusion in your life regarding this person, and their presence created a lot of confusion for you, like overall, okay? So you had to learn how to set healthy boundaries with them, and you may not have actually been able to. So you just set like a firm, like slamming a door in their face kind of boundary, because you have the Four of Swords, and I feel like you have been waiting on them to come forth and like work together with you, apologize to you, like reach some sort of resolution or conclusion. Even I feel like you're to the point where you're not going to be the one to do it. You do not want to take charge in the situation. I mean, you honestly could have been doing it over and over and over again, and you reached a point where you were like, no, I'm done. If you want resolution, if you want to get some sort of closure, you need to come to me. That's what I'm getting from you. I feel like you're getting to a point though where you're starting to step outside of that mental confusion, and like your mind is starting to get clear with the Sun and Venus in Aries right now. I mean, that could really be benefiting you, but also with Chiron being in Aries, some of your wounding could really be surfacing right now, and that's what this is all about. And so you may need to just really process it and allow it to transform you, which I know can be very difficult. But I will tell you, like, you have so many spiritual transformation cards right here. You have spiritual awakening, you have literally transformation, and you have the Phoenix. So the aches in your heart, the triggers, the wounding, the heartbreak, the grief, all of that is all contributing to transforming you and how you show up with another person, because you could have had some very messy relationships in the past because you struggled to set those boundaries with people. It's like you would go really, really hard, really, really fast, and then suddenly you just get smacked with all these problems and you don't really know how to sift through them, and you end up with people who don't actually know how to show up and be direct and open like you do, and then it just turned into more problems because you didn't know how to set the boundary and say, well, that doesn't work for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose me, that kind of thing. And so like you just had you know, a trail of just messy relationships, okay? But I'm seeing that like you're starting to wake up right here. You have surrender and release. So it's like you're needing to surrender and release this heavy energy that has just clouded your mind, that has stifled you. It's hindered your progress in life, you know? You're needing to let it go. Not because like we forgive people for ourselves, but you know, maybe they don't deserve it. Maybe they haven't actually apologized, you know? And with this mute card, you may not even be really letting them come forth, but at the same time it's like you're waiting on them to do it, but like you don't want to leave the door open. You know, you want them to come and knock. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me. But like, as painful and as suppressive as this was, it's really opening you up. And I feel like what that means for you is that not only are you transforming, but you're going to choose better next time. You're going to choose people who can do what you do, you know, who can invest what you invest, okay? It looks like you're needing to do quite a bit of shadow work during this time period. Like I said, you know, with Chiron and Aries, some stuff may be surfacing for you at this time regarding your love life, you know, and just the triggers that you have associated with that. But I do feel like it's really going to be pushing you to the point of a spiritual awakening. And you may, even with this Phoenix card, you may want to rekindle with this person if they do, in fact, step up and come forward, okay? So, look, you have turning in and the journal card. So, and this moon card here, look, I'm telling you, it's time to start writing. Like, write down all of that stuff that you want to say. My face is getting really flushed. Let me just go ahead and tell you how I feel about that. I feel like what that means is that you have so much right here that you want to say in your throat chakra, and it's getting to the point where it's like starting to push energetically, it's pushing its way out, okay? And like you may just be getting a really hot face, hot ears, things like that, because like you're just wanting to pop off and you want to say it, okay? But you don't want to hurt anybody. You don't want to make the situation worse. But like at the same time, it's like you have a lot to say, right? And you can't really mute yourself for very long because of the fact that you're in Aries. And like one of your major characteristics is to be direct, okay? And so, I mean, journal. Like, you know, write until your hand hurts, that kind of thing. Because I just feel like you've got to get it out somehow, okay? Okay, I had to turn my fan up because I got like really flushed. So, all right. Let me tell you that you have another situation going on here. Now, like I said, you could be rekindling with this person that you struggled to set boundaries with, that there was just a lot of suppressing your feelings because they were not on the same page. Like, it just seemed to be, I feel like it was pretty one-sided, but like you allowed it to happen for a while. I feel like because you just didn't know, you either didn't know how to set the boundaries and show them how you would like to be treated, and if they don't treat you that way, then sorry, I don't have time for this, it's not going to work for me, that kind of thing. Or you didn't think that you deserve better, okay? So you could be rekindling with this person if they're also going through a spiritual awakening, okay? If not, you have a totally different situation here. And let me tell you, it's really cute, okay? So you have compatibility, you have union, and you have kisses. So this is like a cute, fun, light, playful kind of energy. Somebody who really gets you, somebody who really like speaks your language, you know what I mean? And you need, like, I feel like you need somebody who's direct, you know, who just says it, who doesn't like beat around the bush about it and confuse you and put you in all this mental confusion, you know. You like somebody who dances around subjects, or like instead of saying, you know, directly like, I love you, Aries, they're like, well, I really just think that you have pretty eyes, and, you know, I kind of like this about you, and I kind of like that about you, and like, I really think it's great that you do this. And you're just like, yeah, but can you just say it? Can you just tell me how you feel? You know what I mean? Compatibility is you having somebody who speaks that same language as you, who just comes right out and says it. You know what I mean? And it's really cute because it just, like, look, it says giving and receiving equally. Okay, like you, and look, you see how these two hands are reaching out for each other. You know, this is equal love and union. Okay, so I really kind of feel like what this is saying, my shirt keeps falling down, what this is saying, with this other situation that just was very suppressive for you, I'm feeling like what happened is like you got to a point where you were scared to even to speak your truth, to speak your feelings, because either like it created fights, or, you know, they talked over you, or they dismissed your perspective, or like I said, they gaslighted you, or even worse, okay? Like maybe it got aggressive and volatile and hostile and all of that, right? And so now, like, it got to the point where like you got scared to even say anything, because you were like, you know, what's going to happen if I speak my truth, you know? And that's your trauma response, right? But like you have coming in here, like you have this compatibility card and you have union, and it just seems like you are getting to a point where, you know, you feel safe to do so. You feel safe to speak your truth, which is absolutely amazing. And you feel like you're lovable, and that you're safe to speak your truth, okay? Or your feelings, right? So miracles. So I know that after a situation like this, you know, we can get sort of jaded, and we're like, you know, is there even anything out there for me? Like, is there really even somebody out there who gets me, you know? But this is saying, yes, there is. Like, there's two rainbows right here, you know? And this doesn't have to be in a romantic relationship. This can just be about friendship. I mean, it really can. But, I mean, I am getting a love vibe, so I will say that. Okay, so, okay. In the past, you had a lot of confusion, a lot of choices, a lot of illusions, even about, it seems like, about this person, okay? But now it's like you see things very clearly, or you're stepping into the energy where you see things very clearly, okay? So, whatever the question is, the answer is yes. So if you're thinking about a person, whenever I was talking about all this, the answer is yes. Okay? Press on, move forward. You got this, you know? I'm starting to lose my voice today. Okay, so your advice cards. You have the well. So this is like the birthplace of ideas. This can also be about you needing to get out into nature, so that the downloads can come to you. Two of Cups and Ace of Wands. I mean, this is so cute. I really feel like this is telling you, go for it. Just go for it. Seriously, just like absolutely just go for it. Okay? Maybe, because I feel like what it is like it's a little bit different than what you're used to, and so you kind of second guess it, because you're like, you know, is this person manipulating me by being so direct, you know? And that could be really difficult for you after experiencing people who aren't as direct as you, right? But I mean, what I'm seeing, like, this is some pretty amazing energy right here, that they're being real with you. And you may struggle to believe that at first, but like they're being straight up and honest and real with you. So have faith in what's coming your way. And yes, like, yes, this is good for you, you know? So, okay, that's what I have for Aries, and I hope that this helped. I'm going to do Taurus next.